Lucie.
It's a paradise.
Place for family.
Weather so nice.
Sun-filled beauty.
Positively.
Port St. Lucie.
Welcome to Positively Port St. Lucie. I'm Sarah Prohaska here at the Communications Department at the City of Port St. Lucie. We're going to kick off our show today talking about one of Port St. Lucie's very, very popular annual events. It kicks off the summer and it kicks off hurricane season. I am talking about the 2019 Hurricane Expo. And I have our two organizers of this lovely, fun, and educational event joining us today. Thank you, Christina and Anna Marie. You both have been working really hard to get this off the ground, I know, for past few months. This is a big event, so it takes a lot of planning.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. Thank you for joining us today. So let's talk about hurricane season. And Christina, you are the city's emergency management.
Emergency Operations Administrator. It's a mouthful, right?
It is, yes. And I didn't want to get it wrong, but I knew I was going to, so thank you. So Christina, what hurricane season kicks off when?
So hurricane season every year is June 1st to November 30th, and we have a tremendous amount of positive feedback from our residents, and the fact that they take it seriously and prepare is fantastic. And we know that because they come out to the annual Hurricane Expo every year. And that's basically exactly what it says. It's the annual Hurricane Preparedness Expo, and that's what residents are coming out to do. I know Anne Marie has been working so diligently to get vendors out there so that residents have so many different vendors and exhibitors and agencies to talk to, and I know we'll run through a little bit of that today.
We will.
Do you want to run through the event and the date and all that?
Yeah.
Yes, this is our 13th annual Hurricane Preparedness
13?
Expo.
Wow,
Yes.
okay.
And it's Saturday, June 1st from
Okay.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Port St. Lucie Civic Center,
Okay.
which is 9221 Civic Center Lane.
Yeah.
So we are expecting a great event this year. It's free admission, free parking. We will have
Everything inside is free. Yeah, all the
Everything is
activities are
inside is
free.
free.
Yeah.
Yes, what we want is the residents to come out to learn about how to be prepared for when and if we have a hurricane or any other disastrous event.
Yeah.
So we'll have many exhibitors, should be over 60 exhibitors.
Okay.
We are going to have fun things like raffles, T-shirts, free T-shirts. We give them away every year, and they're so popular.
But there is a catch for the T-shirts, right?
There is a catch for the T-shirts. We found that we have a limited number of T-shirts. Typically, we have a little bit over 500 each year, and they went so tremendously fast in the beginning.
Yeah.
We wanted to
Yes.
try and stagger them throughout the day so that residents who didn't necessarily want to come out first thing in the morning at 10 a.m. would have the opportunity to still
get
get
one.
T-shirts. So what we've done is we've put them as a perk to attending one of the educational presentations, which we'll talk about a little bit today with you as well.
Yeah.
And that really seemed to engage residents in the presentations more, and we had very, very good feedback from that because the residents said that they really liked being a part of the presentations, and then the number of questions that were happening after each one was really great to see.
Oh, that's good.
How engaged those residents
Yeah.
were.
All right.
Overall, this
sorry.
is a
yeah. Sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to get that out there because in case people are expecting to walk in and pick up a T-shirt, you have to go to one of the presentations, which are really good, and we have really some excellent speakers. So it's definitely worth your time to not just go to the 60 exhibitors, but
Absolutely.
stay for that.
Yeah, the presentations, you'll get a lot of good information. Some of the things we're going to have Steve Weigel from WPTV Channel 5.
Yeah.
We'll have Mike Lyons from WPBF 25.
Okay.
And they give great presentations. They'll spend a lot of time. They'll answer questions. They'll have information on the screen so that you can see what's happening as far as hurricanes go. We're also, as far as presentations go, we're going to have emergency management. We're going to have Port St. Lucie Emergency Management. We're going to have St. Lucie County Emergency Management. So even if you're not a resident of the city, you can learn what's going on in the county also.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, and they'll
Great.
discuss all kinds of things that you'll need to know and be prepared for. But one of the things I want to mention on top of this is our sponsors.
Oh, of
we
course.
have Waste Pro as our title sponsor. They're with us every year.
Yes.
They have a big setup, and they're happy to discuss what you need to do and be prepared.
That is a big part of hurricane prep. If a storm is coming, making sure your garbage and your trash is picked up and not sitting, your cans aren't sitting at the end of your driveway, and your yard debris has been picked up months in advance, right? We don't even want you cutting during hurricane season. So that's a big
thing. Yeah, they don't want you to start cutting during when you hear there's a hurricane coming. Don't start cutting.
And that's what the message is.
That's what they'll talk to you about.
That's great.
And then some of our other sponsors are Just Shutter It. You know, shutters and Elite Electric and Air, Energized Electric and Gas. And then O'Donnell Impact Windows and Storm Protection.
Wonderful.
So they want to be a part of this event. They've been an exhibitor every year, and now they want to sponsor it also.
Well, that's very important that we do have companies and businesses in our area that step up to help sponsor this, because that's how we keep it free.
Yes.
And we don't have to charge admission like some of the other ones on this size. This is a big expo, so to not have to pay admission is a big perk. So thank you to those sponsors.
It's a service that the city provides to residents because we know how important it is. And when we see the level of attendance and how residents are so grateful to have this provided to them, we're more than happy to continue to do it every year, to continue to try and grow the expo. And then the type of exhibitors that we have aren't just for, say, businesses. We also have emergency services providers. We have agencies like St. Lucie County, American Red Cross comes out. And I know Anne Marie has a lot of those memorized and can speak to those a little bit better than I can. But it's something that when a resident walks in, whether they've been in Florida their whole life or whether they're new to Florida, they can learn something. They can learn the outlook for hurricane season for 2019. They can talk about how, hey, when we had Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Matthew the year before that come through, those were really more tropical storm force winds. We didn't really get a heavy impact like we expected from a major category storm. So it's important that they practice and focus on the things in the event and the things during the expo that help them the best. And it's certainly big enough for them to walk through for a while.
Yeah, it is. It'll take up some time. So yeah, definitely some time to walk through those and to visit everyone that's out there. Because, you know, the Red Cross has some really great information. They play such a crucial role if there is an emergency. So
yes.
It's great that you have about 60
or so
out
vendors
there that they can
we
go
have
through.
American Red Cross. We also have the Salvation Army coming this year. We have insurance companies. We have nonprofit agencies. We have federal agencies. We have contractors. You know, if you need repairs, either before a storm or, you know, afterwards. And they'll refresh your memory on what needs to be done to be safe and secure during the hurricanes and during the season.
Exactly. Anna Marie, I know there's going to be the Humane Society at the Expo this year. Why are they coming out?
They come out every year.
Okay.
It's great. They have lots of information, but most importantly, they're going to do microchip and vaccines at a low cost. So it's convenient for you to bring your pet there. You'll just come right inside the Civic Center. It'll be right near the doorway. And then our animal control department from Port St. Lucie will be there, and they'll have the pet licensing. So
you can bring your pet. Are they? So you bring your pet right into the Civic Center?
Yes, right inside to the lobby area.
Great.
They'll be set up. We'll have a veterinarian there, and they'll do microchipping and vaccines.
Wonderful. Okay,
yes.
that's a great service.
Yeah, that's important too. You don't want your pet, you know, God forbid something happens during the hurricane season that your pet gets lost, or at least they'll be set and ready. Maybe you'll find them.
And that's one thing most people don't think about. They think about stockpiling their food. They think about getting their supplies, but sometimes they don't think about that. What would happen if your pet got loose?
Sure.
And that microchip makes a huge difference.
Yeah, pet's a member of the family.
Yes,
so.
exactly.
It's a great service that Humane Society is offering at a low cost, which is so nice that they're discounting that for the event.
Yeah.
And we talk about all the vendors and the exhibitors that are out there and how great they are. Residents come out for reasons just like that. They come out for the things that appeal to them most, the things that they need to hit. Well, maybe one year they use that tax return money to work on shutters. Maybe another year they work on gutters for all the rainfall that's coming out. There's so many different reasons to come out, and we're really, really excited for the attendance to continue to be as high as it has been, and to see how prepared our residents are. And that's really what I think it comes down to is, yes, we're ranked one of the highest cities by population right now, but in addition, in Florida.
Yes. Yeah.
And then in addition to that, our residents are ranking how they feel about emergency services to be up in those tall and high rankings as well.
Yeah.
So I think that that's not just what emergency management and these emergency services providers and agencies are doing, but it's the residents as well. They are coming out, they are taking their time to be prepared and to get informed.
Yeah.
And that's really what it takes, is it takes them to make that effort, and they do.
It's a shared responsibility. You have to, we can help you as much as we possibly can, but at some point you have to help yourself. So this is one easy way you can help yourself by getting educated and learning from all of these different vendors. And if you're shopping for a particular thing like shutters or generators or anything like that, you can find that here at the Expo. So it's just really is a great one-stop shop.
Absolutely.
For your hurricane prep needs. And not only just for if you're shopping, but just information-wise too.
Information-wise.
Yeah, so.
Sit in on those presentations, take the time to walk around the exhibitor showroom floor, stop in to some of the areas that we have that are set up for fun activities.
Yes.
Hit the whole thing. Grab some food from the food trucks or from the Civic Center Cafe. Make a day of it. Have a great time. Again, it's on Saturday, June 1st at the Port St. Lucie Civic Center from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And I do think that we've done this so many years that we have someone there for any question you may have. And that's what's important, because you get your questions answered. You know, when you leave, you know. And if you don't know, you can always call us. You can always ask questions, to the St. Lucie County, to Port St. Lucie.
And even if you've lived here many, many years and you've been to the Hurricane Expo every year, I think there's something that you can get out of it every year.
Absolutely.
It's such a good event. And we recently conducted a citizen survey, which is a national survey, significantly a valid survey of our residents. And it came up 2 years in a row that our residents consider themselves prepared, higher than the national benchmarks. So
that's great.
And it's because they do participate in things like this that really helps. So let's continue to keep our attendance up. And I know you have a few new things this year. If you're hungry, what can they do if they're hungry?
There's a few fun things that we try to bring out every year. We want it to be an educational event, but we recognize that it's something that we can also have a little bit of fun with. So once again, this year we'll have the Hurricane Wind Simulator, which you can stand inside of and get your hair blown around and see kind of what it feels like a little bit. Anne-Marie's also working and has secured a green screen photo booth again, so you can stand in front of a green screen behind you that will have an image of your choice. It can have a hurricane, it can have a tornado, and you can have a little bit of fun with it.
Yeah, that's fun.
You want to speak to food trucks a little bit?
Food trucks, we're going to have several food trucks out there,
Great.
a variety.
Okay.
And they'll be out there, they'll have food and drinks. We'll have tables out there so you can relax and enjoy your food. And they're excited to be on board too. They want to participate.
That's great.
They know the event's a good event, and with 2,500, 3,000 people coming out. We'll need the food.
Exactly. You might get hungry while you're there. And it's right kind of toward the beginning of lunchtime. So you might as well make a whole afternoon of it and grab some lunch while you're out there.
Enjoy the day. Enjoy the Civic Center. Come see the Civic Center.
Exactly.
Between the food trucks, the Civic Center Cafe, all of the vendors that are going to be out there, all of the fun things, the education, the presentations, it's a fantastic, tremendous opportunity for residents to come out and to really up the ante in their preparedness level.
Exactly, and it marks the first day of hurricane season. And how many storms did we have last season?
So in 2018, we saw 15 named storms, of which 8 were hurricanes and 2 were Category 3 or higher. So this year it's expected to be a little bit lower than average, a little bit lower than last year, which is great. We'd love to hear that, but as we always say in emergency management, it only takes one storm.
It does.
And that's something that we were just speaking about this morning. So what the National Weather Service is thinking this year for anticipated storm activity would be 14 named storms, 7 of which would be hurricanes, 3 of which would be major category hurricanes, which are your level 3, 4, and 5. So that's pretty significant. So although
it only
might
takes
be,
one.
You're right, it only takes one.
All right. Well, thank you both for coming on. We really appreciate it. And we hope everyone will come out. Hurricane Expo PSL Civic Center, June 1st. Come see Christina, come see Anna Marie. It's a great way to get started preparing for the season, which is inevitable every year in Florida. So
It is. We choose to live here.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, you can go to cityofpsl.com/HPE2019, or you can call me at 772-873-6341.
wonderful. Okay, thank you both so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after these messages.